Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are taking this Mustang through the works and bringing it back to life. So as you can see, it's not actually too bad. It still looks quite good. However, I believe that there's probably some gloss that we can bring out of the paint and bring this Mustang back to, I guess, factory new, or make it look a lot better and a lot showier than what it is at the moment. So as you can see, there's a couple of spots on the car. That's just obviously from the lack of car wash, essentially. I say lack of car wash, but it's a very clean car. There's just a couple of spots on there. So yeah, essentially, as I said, we'll be looking to get those off in the car wash. And then after that, trying to bring that paint back to life. So again, it's not too bad, but it has dulled a little bit, and we're trying to bring that back to life. So generally, I would say every 6 months to do a cut and polish. However, this car has obviously been looked after and taken care of. I think the last time we did a cut and polish on this, it was in February. So it's been a bit longer than 6 months. However, the car is garage. It doesn't do too many kilometers. So yeah, it lasts obviously a little bit longer. And then after bringing out the protection, we will protect the car. So as always, we start with the wheels. Now we're just getting getting into the barrel, and I've got the AutoGlim custom wheel cleaner. It's a little bit it's not as strong as a normal wheel cleaner, and the reason is it is black wheels, so we do need to be very delicate. They're very they're not as tough as obviously the alloys, and scratch really easily. Also got the iron cleaner from CarPro in there, just to get any of the iron spots out. And as we've seen, we've brought that together. So now we do the snow foam. So I'm using Bowden's own snow foam just to cover the car, and just going to make that basically what that's going to do is make that surface a lot sleeker when we do our contact wash, and it is going to get a lot of the smaller stuff off the car as well. So now we move on to the contact wash, and again we work in lines rather than in circular shapes, and we're just going to rinse that one off now. So we rinse that off, and now we're heading over to the clay bar. So I'm using a clay mitt, and in my pump sprayer I've got ONR. It's one of my favorites to use as a clay lubricant. So again, just going to rinse that off. So the car is completely, obviously, unprotected at the moment. We've taken off more or less everything, so no waxes or sealants on there. We did that mostly with the clay bar process. Also, the wax has probably lapsed since February. Now, it wouldn't be, and it's in the detail video, without seeing what those pipes do. Okay, so we've taken the car indoors, and wow, how loud was that? So those pipes were working quite well on the car, and yeah, as I said, one of One of my loves is hearing what a nice exhaust can do. So now we've moved obviously the car inside. The car is completely nude of any protectant or any wax or anything that was on the car. And now we are just compounding. So you can see I'm compounding everything, including the piano black. There's a whole lot of micro scratches on the piano black. So easy to scratch up, especially when it's the boot, and you got people putting things in the boot and closing it. I wish I had an electronic boot that I just pushed a button and it closed, but unfortunately it's a manual one, and unfortunately we get scratches on a manual one. So just obviously compounding the car and taking, I guess, a layer of paint off. Now moving over to the polishing. So we're just going to make this, make the paint pop a little bit more with the polish. So the compound obviously removes the micro scratches on the car, and the compound and the polish obviously brings out the color. So as you can see before, just looking at the sleekness of the paint, comparing it to a spot that I haven't polished, and yeah, very happy with the results. So gonna keep polishing until I complete the entire car. And again, the piano black is involved. We do need to go over that with the polish as well. And again, that's going to make that pop, because a nice clean piano black looks really, really good. One with a lot of scratches on it doesn't look so good. So again, going over the whole car. I'm not going to show the front because you can't really see it from where the camera's pointing. Basically now just going over the car with a Bowden Zone flash prep. So what that does is that takes off all the residue from the compound on the car, the compound and the polish, I should say, and now basically going over it with a paste wax. So this is Swiss Wax Onyx that I'm using on the car. It's what I've used in the past. It's probably not the best wax when it comes to protection and things like that. However, it's more of a showy wax, so high in carnauba, which makes the car look wet all the time. So yeah, it's one of my favorites if you want the look rather than the actual protection. I mean, it does give protection, but there are waxes that give more protection out there for you. This car is garaged all the time, so we don't really need something with high protection. As you can see, just going over it with my little spotlight there, making sure that we get all the residue off the car. Now going over the windows. With a window cleaner. And making sure there's no streaks there. One of the hardest parts and the thing I find the hardest and the thing I'm the worst at is obviously the window cleaning. So one of the banes of my existence, but I'm keep trying to work at it and get a little better at it. So just cleaning the windows. And here we have the final product. So as you can see, I've gone from middle of the day to night. We're spent pretty much all day on the car. It does take a while when you do a couple of laps of the car, and you're buffing and buffing and buffing. So yeah, this is obviously the results. Obviously we've got it under lights at the moment, which definitely complements the car, and especially the red when you bring out the paint like we have just done. It definitely makes it look really, really good. So yeah, just having a look there. You got the light beaming down on the car, and look at that. Look, as I said, it looks wet from the carnauba wax. So yeah, looks really good. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take some shots for the next day in the sun. I'm going to get it out of the garage, just because obviously that's going to show a lot more imperfections and things like that. Apologies for the mess in the background. I am going through a move at the moment. But yeah, as you can see, still looks really, really good in the sunshine. Even when obviously the light's not complementing it, the sun still complements it. So thanks for watching. If you please like, comment and subscribe on the video, that would mean a lot to me.